Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Beckman and this here is in Battlefield 3 and I'm using an unconventional setup to say the least. This weird contraption right here is a FAMAS with an infrared scope and a silencer on it, and I think I'm running with the M320 as well because, well, you run out of bullets so damn fast, it's good to have a bit of a backup other than just your pistol. We get something similar to this in Say When one time, and it actually worked out okay, and in this scenario just here, it done the same, so I'm starting to think the FAMAS is a pretty damn nice weapon. But we're not here to talk about FAMAS and all that sort of crazy crap, because, well, this game's been out forever, and I'm sure you guys already know what works and what doesn't work, and this point in this video right here, we want to follow up from yesterday's video, and if you've not watched yesterday's video, I urge you to do that by clicking on the annotation that'll be on the screen or one in the description or whatever, and you can go and watch that and you'll know what I'm talking about when I start talking about what I'm going to talk about in this video, if that makes any damn sense. Okay, so I was happy to see that a lot of you guys actually, in fact pretty much all of you guys agreed with some points that I raised in yesterday's video for stuff that would be awesome to have improved and tweaked, and possibly a couple of new things to throw into Battlefield 4. And I just want to continue on that vein because a lot of people were throwing out some really good suggestions, and plus there was some stuff that I kind of didn't mention in yesterday's video that I forgot because there's so much crap that I would love to have in Battlefield 4 and have it be as awesome as possible. Let's get into it though, shall we? One small thing that I would really like if they had in the game, it's really to do with Conquest mode mainly, but it can be used in Rush and all sorts of stuff, is when you're spawning on the spawn screen, you've got the big map on the right and then you've got all your selections on the left. Sometimes it's not very easy to see what flag is what because there's so much crap all over the map. You can't tell which letter it is that's flashing. You want to spawn on that one. Let us be able to just click on that letter, then we can spawn there. We know where it is and we can just go bang bang and spawn instead of having to try and figure out what flag it is or whatever. In that scenario just there was a lot of people hiding behind shit and I was just M320 the absolute crap out of them. But no, if you're able to just click and spawn on stuff, I think you'd be far more effective in trying to protect your flags and stuff like that. And that would be awesome. That's just a very small thing that I really want. But one suggestion that a couple of you guys threw out there, I was seeing some patterns in the way that people are asking for things. Someone would say something further down the line, someone would say something very similar. And basically, one idea that I thought was, yeah, it was a pretty interesting idea, is sort of have a rush mode or even a conquest mode or whatever where the objective moved around, where it was just like one objective, like a kind of King of the Hill type deal, where it would be a flag and it would just appear randomly throughout the map and you had to go and try and capture that flag, and the other team obviously had to defend that flag, and it would move around quite rapidly. It would maybe be in a location for a minute or 2 minutes or whatever, and you would try to attack it and try and take it. Same would go for maybe a rush mode that would go in the similar sort of style, where the MCOM station would appear at, you know, some randomly selected place. And look at this right here, that was an epic ninja stab by that guy there. He just teleported up and slit that guy's throat. But no, because the thing is though, when it comes to all the objectives and stuff like that on past Battlefield games, they've always been static and in the same places. So basically people just come up with routes or tactics or whatever that seem to work for them on a particular map. You can have your set game modes where Rush just has, there's your 2 MCOMs, or Conquest where here's your flags, but this game mode it would move around, so you wouldn't be able to just know exactly what way you want to go instantly because they would be moving around so much, and try and have lots of different predetermined sort of spots for the MCOMs to actually appear on. And a bit of a confusing situation here to just kneecap that guy there with the old Rex. Another thing that someone threw out there, but I thought it was a pretty good idea, would be built-in VoIP for vehicles. So, for example, say you hop in a helicopter with another person that's not in your squad, you're not speaking to them, you don't know this person whatsoever, there would be a button where you can actually talk to the pilot or talk to your gunner or whatever. Have a button where you can actually do that. It's not a revelation, but at the same time it'd be a very useful tool because it's so often that you will hop into... Wait, hold on a second, I just noticed something while editing just there. I just killed this guy by jumping into him. How the fuck did that happen? Okay, back to the video. A tank, or hop into a helicopter, or hop into some other vehicle with another person, and they would just, you're trying to do something, you see someone, you're trying to shoot them with the main, you know, the sort of gun on top of a tank, and the guy just starts fucking cruising around and you're trying to shoot this guy that's so far away. So something like that I think would really help. And another idea that I really liked from one of you guys yesterday in the comment section was weapon-specific suppression. Basically, the idea that an M60 would suppress you much more than an M16, or, you know, basically LMGs would be the thing that's sort of built to do suppression, because that's the way that LMGs really work, and this guy fucking shoots me out of the air. Yeah, LMGs would be more effective at suppressing people. Like in real life, that's what they're really used for, is to suppress and etc. Lay down some covering fire. So basically the blur, to sort of go hand in hand with my idea yesterday of just having blur effects instead of your bullets flying everywhere. So basically it just blurs their vision, and just each specific sort of class has certain weapons that are better at suppressing than other classes. I just think it makes sense. A few people were asking for some different weapons, for example, some more like 50 cal rifles. Everyone always loves their 50 cal rifles, just sort of ripping people in half and shit. And that's something, actually, would you guys be interested if they put a bit more of a gore element into the game? I'm not talking about, well, I'm not talking about like you shoot someone and you see his fucking intestines flying across the room or anything like that, but more of an element of gore, maybe? I don't know. They had this in, I think it was Call of Duty World at War, where they had that where you could just fucking blow people's legs off and shit. And then after that, they just didn't do that. Saying that though, now that I've said it, I don't think that it would really work too well with defibbing people. You're not exactly going to be like gluing back on the guy's head as you revive the guy. So maybe that might not work. I don't know, but are you interested in any form of gore in the game at all, rather than the standard I shoot you with a rocket launcher and you fall over as if you've just been slapped or something? Yeah. But yeah, what guns would you guys like in the game was supposed to be the point I was bringing up just there. I'm no gun expert, so I don't really know what I would like, what they've not already included. I know they've included a lot of guns in Battlefield 3, like a lot of different kinds of guns are in there already. But there's fucking millions of different variants of guns. One thing that I would kind of like to see them do again would be bring back sort of older weapons. Bring back some, I don't know, like, for example, in the last, in the Bad Company 2 games, in the Bad Company 2 game, they had the M1 Thompson, the M1 Garand, they had, that was just them, really. But maybe, you know, give us the option to do some sort of nostalgic weapons from World War II, or from Vietnam, or from whatever. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I mean, you don't necessarily need to use them. I mean, it might not be as good as a modern day weapon, but it is fun to use. That may be an idea, I don't know. But one thing I would like to see him make a return is the laser designator from Bad Company 1, where you locked onto a tank and it brought in this sort of missile out of the sky. I fucking love that thing, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But, well, that's all I've got for now. If you guys have any more suggestions, because some of you guys had some real awesome ideas, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. But until next time, I've been Big Mooney, and I will see you guys later as I get shot through a wall. Nice.